Hello students, I am Anup sir and today I am going to start with the topic factorization by the method difference of two squares for class 9th. Okay, so today we will be factorizing using this formula a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Now this is also known as factorization after converting into the difference of two squares. Factorization after converting into difference of two squares. So let's see how to solve it. Now suppose you are given a question in which you have only two terms and you are asked to factorize it. Now we know that in factorization the basic step is to take common. So here first of all we will see if we could take any number common. So you can see you can take 2 common. So we have taken 2 common. So we are left with okay. After taking 2 common, now you can see we are left with 2 terms within the bracket, and if you notice, you can see that these 2 terms can be converted in square form with minus sign in between them. So this one can be written as 4x whole square, this one as 3y whole square. Now if you have converted two terms in square form with minus sign in between, so this is going to be read as a square minus b square. Now this becomes your a and this becomes your b. The two squares, one of them will be known as a, the other one as b. So you can read it as a square minus b square. And what's the formula for a square minus b square? In the first bracket, we are going to write a. This is your a plus b. In the second bracket, we are going to write a minus b. So this is the method how you can find the factorization of two terms which can be converted into square form with minus sign in between, and this is called factorization of difference of two squares. This minus sign in between is called difference and we have the two squares. So this is difference of two squares. Hope this part is clear to you. So let's move on to the next question. Now see in this question, now what we will again try, first of all we will see that if any coefficient literal or numerical that can be taken common, but we can't take anything common from here, so we will try to convert these two terms into square form. Now if you consider the first term, this term, now it is the product. Now what we will do, we will convert these two factors in the product as squares. Now this can be written as 3 square into so whenever you are finding the product, just see if these two products can be converted into square form. This one was already in the square form, this we have converted in the square form. Now if you find product in squares, what you will do, you will take square common like this and you will multiply these two terms. So this becomes 3x plus 3y. minus, this can be written as x square. Now see what we have done. We have converted these two terms as a difference. Now this is difference of two squares. So this first one will be read as a and this one will be read as b. So we will say that we have got a square minus b square form. So whenever we get a square minus b square form, we can apply that formula. So in the first bracket, you are going to write a and then plus b. This is your a and then plus b. B is x. In the second bracket, a and then we have minus b. So as you are getting two like terms in the bracket, so you can solve it. So this will give you 4x plus 3y, and this one will give you 2x plus 3y. So this will be the answer. Hope this is clear to you. What we did, we converted the two terms in square form with the minus sign in between them. So we read it as a square minus b square. Now see the next question. Now in this question, if you read the first term, can this be converted in square form? Okay, so this can be written as 3x whole square. Now in this one we have the product. Now as in the previous question, if both the terms of the product can be converted into square, then we can take square common and multiply the two. So same we are going to do over here. This product, this will be written as 2 square, this will be written as y plus 2x. Now this was already square, we have converted this into the square form. Now whenever you get two squares being multiplied, you can take square common there and multiply these two. So this will give you 2y plus 2x. 2 into 2, 4x. You see, is this clear to you? So it's 2y plus 4x in the second one, and this first bracket will be known as a square, and this within the second bracket will be read as b square. So we will say that we have converted these two terms in which form? A square minus b square. So what's the factorization formula for this? Okay, in the first bracket you get a and then you get plus b. In the second bracket you get a minus. Now just watch this step. Now you are taking minus b. So now whenever you take minus of b, you will change the sign. Minus 2y minus 4x. Hope this step is clear to you. This was a plus b and then a minus b. And remember, whenever you are taking minus of b, then make sure that if you take minus of b, you have to change the sign. So this becomes minus 2y and this becomes minus 4x. Now within the bracket there are the like terms, so they can be solved. So let's solve it. 3x plus 4x will give us 7x plus 2y, and here 3x minus 4x will be written as minus x minus 2y. Is this much clear? Now you can see from this bracket, you can take minus common if you want to take. You can write it like this. You have taken minus common, so this becomes x plus 2y. And there we have. You can leave your answer like this, or if you can take minus common, you take minus common, so this will become the answer. So this is clear to you? Question number 3. Okay, now the next question. So we have 50x square minus 2 times x minus 2 whole square. Now here, as in the first question, a basic step is to see whether if we can take anything common. Because in factorization, your first step or the basic step is to take common. So here in question number 4, you can see you can take 2 common. So let's take 2 common. So after taking 2 common, you are left with 25. Now this term can be converted in square form. The second term is already in square form. So we can say that after taking 2 common, within this bracket we have got the form, this is your A and this is your B. So we have got the form A square minus B square. So we can apply the formula for factorization, A square minus B square. So the formula is, in the first bracket you will be taking A plus B. Now when you take plus B, you don't have to change the sign. A plus and then B. The next bracket you have to take A minus B. Now whenever you take minus of B, you have to change the sign. This becomes minus x, this becomes plus 2. Now in the first bracket, these two are the like terms, so this will become 6x minus 2. Here also these two are the like terms, so 4x plus 2. Okay, now from the first bracket you can take 2 common. So this will become 4. And then again from here also you can take 2 common. So this will become 8. This will become 3x minus 1. And this will become 2x plus 1. Hope this step is clear to you. The last one, what we have done over here, we have taken, see here, we have taken, it was 2 already here, we took 2 common from here. So this becomes 3x minus 1 and the 2 that we have taken common, it makes it 4. Then we have again taken 2 common from here, so this becomes 2x plus 1 and the 2 taken common from here, it will be multiplied, so altogether this will be 8. So this will be your answer. So these 4 questions are clear to you. In each of the questions, if there was something common, we took common, and after taking common, what we did, we tried to convert the 2 terms in the square form so that we may get it in the form A square minus B square, and then we applied the formula as written above for A square minus B square, that is equal to A plus B into A minus B. So you can pause and note down these 4. Okay, now in this question, there are 4 terms. So what we will do, we will make group. Now this group and this group. Okay, in the first group, we have x minus 2y. Now for the second group, you can see second group is starting with minus sign. And whenever a group starts with the minus sign, then within the bracket, you have to change the sign. So it will be written like this, x square minus 4y square. Hope this is clear to you? Okay. Now this group, we can say, in this group you can say there is nothing common, or you can take 1 common. If you don't find any literal factor or literal coefficient or numerical coefficient, then you can take one common. Now in this group, this can be converted into, now there is a minus sign and these two terms can be converted to square form. So here in this group we have converted these two into square form. So this will be read as a square minus this will be read as b square. So we will apply that formula. So when you apply this formula, you get a, this is your a, this is your b, a plus b into a minus b. So this part is clear to you? Okay, now from here what will be common? X minus 2y and x minus 2y, this will be taken common from here. Now if you take these two common, see, so from here you are left with 1. See, we have taken x minus 2y common. So from here we are left with 1 minus, this is 1, this is your minus and you are left with this. Hope this is clear. From these two, this was taken common, so you are left with this. Now when you open the bracket here, this becomes minus x minus 2y. So this will be your answer. So in some of the questions, you will be having to do the grouping. It will be required for you to take the grouping. And after the grouping, you can apply factorization method. Let's see the next question. Next question we have. Okay, now here in this question you can see there is nothing common. So what we will do, we will open the bracket, and after opening the bracket you will rearrange it to make the certain grouping. This becomes a square minus 2a minus b square minus minus plus 2b. Okay, now what we will do the grouping. Now how we will change the grouping? If we take these two terms together, they are in the square form with minus sign in between them, so they can be written as difference of two squares. See, a square minus b square. Hope this part is clear to you. And then you are left with minus 2a plus 2b. Now this is our new grouping. This group and this. Now in this group we are not finding anything common. Straight away we can apply the formula for the difference of 2 square. So this group can be written as a plus b into a minus b. Whereas in this group you can take, now see, this group is starting with minus. And I told you whenever a group will start with minus, then after taking common you have to change the sign. Taking 2 common, this will be left with a and this will become minus b. So this part is clear to you? See, in the second group we have taken 2 common, but there was a minus sign in the starting, so it becomes a minus b within the bracket. Now you see what can be taken common from here. This a minus b can be taken common from these two. So let us take a minus b common. So from this group you have taken a minus b common, so you are left with a plus b, and here you have taken a minus b common, so you are left with minus 2. So this will be your answer, a minus b and then a plus b minus 2. So in some of the questions you have to first open the bracket, and after opening the bracket then you will rearrange them to get a new group. Okay, now the next question. Now see, in the next question, this is the question, next question. Now here again we have to do the grouping. Now in some of the questions, grouping will be such that three terms taken all together, they make a whole square formula. Three terms taken all together, they make a whole square formula. Now suppose if somebody thinks that if we take grouping of these two, this won't give you any difference of 2 square formula. This or this won't give you any difference, will not give you the question further to initiate. Now if you see properly here, if these three terms are taken in one group, they will be giving you a whole square formula. And the first term 9, it can be written as a square, so we will be converting it into difference of 2 squares. See how? This is your 9. 9 can be written as square, so we are going to separate it over here. Now from this group we can take minus common. Now whenever you take, now I told you whenever a group starts with minus, then within the bracket you will be changing the sign. This will become minus 2xy. This will become plus y square, like this. And if you see the second group, it's a whole square formula. And if you see it, it is whole square of x minus y. Just like we have a minus b whole square formula, the same way this group is representing x minus y whole square. This is the formula for x minus y whole square. And this 9 can be written as 3 square. So we can say we have got it in the form, this will be read as a square minus this will be read as b square. So we have got it in the form a square minus b square, and the formula for it is, first bracket gives you a and then plus of b. Now whenever you take plus of b, you need not to change the sign, you write as it is. It is x minus y, it will be written x minus y. But when you take a minus of b, so you will be changing the sign. And there are no like terms within the bracket, so they cannot be solved further. So this will be your answer. So hope this part is clear to you. In this question what we did, we saw the last three terms taken in one group, they are giving us the formula of whole square. So we used the last three terms together, all together, and we got the whole square formula, and it was x minus y whole square. And the first term 9 can be written as 3 square, so we can say we are getting difference of 2 squares, a square minus b square. Now see the next question. Now in this question also, if you see the last three terms, if taken in one group, they will give us a whole square formula. Last three terms. So let's take, because first term can be written as a square. So let it be like this. Same thing we did in the previous question also. And here also, the last three. So what we can do, we can take minus common from them. X square, this will become plus 12x plus 36, like this. Now if you see carefully, the last group is giving you whole square of x plus 6. The last group is giving us whole square. This group is giving us whole square of x plus 6. This is your x a square, this is your b square plus 2ab. That is a plus b whole square. And this can be written as 3x squared whole square. You can write it like this. 9x raised to power of 4 can. Now we have got, see, two squares. One is this whole square minus other is this. So what is written in the first bracket? This is your a. And what's written in the second bracket? This is your b. So we can read it as a square minus b square. And the factorization for it is a, and then we have plus b. Then next we have a minus b. So when you take minus of b, minus of this, so sign will change. So this will be the answer. So hope this part is clear to you. Now let's see next question. Next question is similar to it. See, we have this is the next question. Now in this question also, if you see, then the last three terms taken together in a group will give us a whole square formula. So first of all, we are going to take minus. Group is starting with minus sign. So sign will change. We have taken minus common. Now if you see this group carefully, then this is a whole square. And it is whole square of b square minus 1. If you expand it, b square minus 1, you will get the same result. So this is the whole square of b square minus 1. And this can be written as a square whole square. So here we can say what we are getting in the first bracket is a, what we are getting in the second bracket, this is a b. So which form is this? A square minus b square. So what will be the result for it? In the first bracket it will be a plus b, and in the second bracket a, then minus b. So when you take minus b, you will change the sign like this. This will be the result. So in these questions, what we are doing, we are trying to convert them into difference of two squares. two squares with minus sign in between. In each of the questions, see, we have done this. We have tried to convert the whole in two parts, two square parts, a square minus b square in each of the question. Here also a square minus b square. So you can pause and note down this. Make a change over here. This should be b square plus 1. Make this change. This should be b square, not b. Okay, now see in question number 10. Now in question number 10, we have two terms. First term is multiplication of these two. This is one term. And the second is this one. Now as we can see, there are only two terms. We can't take anything common from here. Neither they can be converted into squares. So what we will do here, we will just simply open the bracket, and after opening the bracket, we will try to make certain groups which may give us a certain formula. Let's see. Let's open this group here. A square, C square, we have simply opened the bracket. Okay, after opening the bracket, we will try to make a group here. Now here there are total 5 terms. So what we will do to make, now here what we will do, we will take the last term minus 4abcd. Now can it be written like this? Can this minus 4abcd be written like this? Minus 2abcd, minus 2abcd. We have broken it in two parts like this. The rest remains the same. Rest remains the same. Okay, now we have minus 2abcd. So what we will do, we will take it in such a group which gives you all the 4 variables abcd. Now here see, a square, c square, this. With this we are going to take b square plus b square d square. So they will give you all the 4, a, b, c and d. And with this we can take one of it like this. So what we will do grouping of these 3 and the remaining 3. So it will be written like this. See, 1, 2, 3 these. AC square this plus BD square like this. Both are square, so we have taken square common. Minus 2ABCD. Then we are left with, see, you are left with this, this and this. So these will be taken in one group. Minus, this is AD square minus BC square minus 2ABCD like this. Hope this is clear to you. Now this will be taken in one group and this will be taken in second group. Now if you see, second group is starting with minus sign. So whenever a group starts with minus sign, you will take minus sign common. And now within the bracket, all the sign will change. AD square plus BC square plus 2ABCD like this. This group was starting with minus sign. This group remains as it is. So we have divided it in two groups. After opening the bracket, we have divided it in two groups. Now if you see carefully, this is giving you a formula like this. Suppose this is your x, this is your y, and this is 2xy. So this is x square plus y square minus 2xy. So that is the formula of x minus y whole square. Similarly this one, x square plus y square plus 2xy. So this is the formula for x plus y whole square. So this will be written as AC minus BD whole square, and this will be written as AD plus BC whole square. See this? You consider this as A square plus this as B square, and this is product 2AB. So you know the formula na? A square plus B square minus 2AB. What does this give? See, A square plus B square plus 2AB. Isn't it this one in this form? This is your A square, this is your A, this is your B. So A square plus B square minus 2AB. So what does this gives you? This gives you A minus B whole square. So this is our A, this is our B, so we have written A minus B whole square. Now if you see this one, this is your A square plus B square plus 2AB. So this gives A plus B whole square. So this is your A square plus B square plus 2AB. So this is our A, this is our B. So A plus B whole square. Now you see this one, we have converted it as difference. This is difference of two squares. 1, 2 squares. That is A square minus B square. So now this becomes your A, and for the next step this will be taken as B. Now this becomes A square, this becomes B square, so we are getting that formula. So apply it. In the first bracket, what you have to write? You have to write in the first bracket A, this is our A, plus, then you have to write B. Now when you are writing plus B, you need not to change any sign. And in the second bracket, you have to write A. So we have written A, and then you need to write minus B. Now when you write minus B, you have to change the sign. This will be the result. Just check it. In the first bracket we have AC minus BD plus AB plus BC. In the second we have AC minus BD minus AD minus BC. Hope this is clear to you. What we did in this question, first of all we opened the bracket. This bracket was open. Then this term was divided in two parts, minus 2AB minus. Okay, the next we covered this one. This is square, they are covering ABCD all along with this. This was taken in one group with minus sign common, this was taken in the second group. Now this was giving you A square plus B square minus 2AB. So that can be written as A minus B whole square. This was giving you A square plus B square plus 2AB. So this can be written as A plus B. This is your A, this is your B. So A plus B whole square. For the next step, we got this will be read as A. So this is your A square minus B square. So A plus B, A minus B. So you can note it down, this one. Now let's take one more question. And in this question we have 2x x raised to power of 4 minus 32. This is the question. Now in this question you can see we have two terms, but you can see in the first step 2 can be taken common. So let us take 2 common from here. So we will be left with x raised to power of 4 minus 16. Now the terms that you are left with, both of these terms can be converted into square form. This can be converted as x square whole square and this as 4 square. So we have converted these two terms in square form with minus sign in between. So we have converted it into a square minus b square. This is our a, this is our b. So a square minus b square. So what will be the result? This 2 remains as it is. In the first bracket you will be getting a, this is your a plus this is your b. In the second bracket a minus b. Hope this is clear to you. Now this bracket with minus sign in between the two terms, this can be further converted in square. This is x square, this can be written as 2 square. So as we convert it into square form, again we are getting the formula a square minus b square. Now this could have also been converted into square, but we have no formula for sum of 2 squares. We don't have any formula for sum of 2 squares. So it was useless to convert that one. Now this has been converted into a square minus b square. So a square minus b square means a plus b, a minus b. This will be your answer. So you can pause and note down this one. See, once we converted it into difference of 2 squares and applied the formula a plus b, a minus b, then again we can see again this one can be again converted into difference of 2 squares. So we converted into difference of 2 squares and we got the result. So as many times you can convert the two terms into difference, you keep on converting and applying the formula. So here we did it twice. Now let's see this question number 11. Sorry, 12. Now in some of the questions, you will be breaking a term in two parts such that one of the part will be used in the remaining portion to give a whole square formula, and the next part itself will be a perfect square. Now see what I mean to say over here. Let us see this number 11. Now this 11 can be taken in two parts, 2 and 9. Okay, 9 is a perfect square. And this 2, if taken with this part, remainder, it will give you a whole square formula. If 2 taken with the remainder will give you a whole square formula. Just see this step. This 11 I am going to break it in two parts. X square plus 1 upon x square minus 2 and minus 9. 2 and 9. One of the part is a perfect square and the other part used with the remainder will give you a perfect square. Now you see, these three when taken in one group, it is giving you a perfect square, and it can be written as x minus 1 upon x whole square. See, if you read it like this is your a square plus b square, and this is minus 2ab, because this into this will cancel out, so it will left with 2. So a square plus b square minus 2ab can be written as a minus b whole square, and this 9 can be written as, so we are going to read it as difference of two squares. This will be read as a, this will be read as b. So this will give you a and then plus b, a and minus b. So this will be your answer. Hope this is clear to you. Let's see one more. So here in some of the questions you are going to break the last term in two parts such that one part becomes a perfect square and the other part, with taken with the remainder, makes it a perfect square. Okay, now let's see one more question based on this, where we are going to break the term. Now here we have broken the term in some of the questions that I will show you here. Let's take let's see this example. Now in this example, the last term 7. Now 7 we cannot break it in two parts such that one is a perfect square and the other parts makes a formula. Now if suppose you think it like this, that 7, you may say that 7 can be written like this, 3 and 4. 4 is a perfect square. But will this 3 of this make a formula with it? No. 3 won't make any formula with it. So we cannot break 7 like this. So in some of the questions where you cannot break the last term in two such parts, there you are going to add and subtract a certain term which will make it a perfect square and the other part will become a perfect square. See here, I got 7. If I say 7 is added and subtracted with 2, it remains the same. 7 added with 2 and minus 2 plus 2 minus 2, again it is 7. But this part becomes 9. We are left with minus 2. Right? 9 is a perfect square. So 9 as a perfect square. And this minus 2 when taken with this part will make it a complete formula. Hope this is clear to you. Here we cannot break 7 in two parts. So what we did, so some cases you will be adding and subtracting a term so that the result is a perfect square as well as the remaining portion becomes a perfect square. See here, 7 can be written as 7 plus 2 minus 2. This plus 2 minus 2, if cancelled, it makes it again 7. But now this plus 2 with 7 gives you 9 and minus 2. The result remains the same. 9 minus 2 is 7. But 9 is a perfect square. And this 2 taken with this gives you a whole square formula. So let's break it like this. So this minus 2, a square b square, then plus 2, see, still the result remains the same. Take this as, see, still the result remains the same. Hope this is clear too. Plus 2 and minus 2 will cancel out, again it will remain 7. So what we have done, we have plus 2 and we have minus 2 here. Now this minus 2 is given to minus 7, so that it becomes minus 9, and this 2 is given to this. Now if you consider this group, this in one group and this in other group. Hope this is clear to you. Plus 2 minus 2. This plus 2 taken with this remainder, this, and minus 2 taken with minus 7 will make it minus 9. Now minus 9, this part, 9a square b square is a perfect square. So you can write it like this, 3ab whole square. And this becomes a square, this is plus 2, so a plus b whole square. This becomes a perfect square. If you expand it, you will be getting a raised to power of 4, b raised to power of 4 and plus 2ab. Now you have got a square minus b square. So you can apply the formula. This is your a. In the first bracket is a, then plus b. In the second bracket, a minus b. Hope this is clear to you. So in some, like in this question, 11 itself was divided in two parts. But here 7 cannot be divided in two parts, so what we did, we added and subtracted the same term so that this becomes a perfect square, and this portion with this gives you a whole square formula. So you can note down this. Now let's see the next question. Now see in this question. Now it is not necessary that every time the last term is to be taken in two parts. Any of the term you can take in two parts so that one part gives you a perfect square and the other part also gives you a perfect square. Now in this question what we will do, just see this step. This is plus 5x square. Can I write it like this? I am going to add x square and subtract x square. That makes no change because plus x square minus x square will cancel, it remains the same. But now you see, this x square added to 5x square makes it 6x square. And then you can take this minus x square and plus 9. Now if you watch it very carefully, then these three terms when taken together in a group, they are giving you a whole square formula. See. This to be taken in one group and this in the second group, like this. Now if you watch this, this is a perfect square. This is your a square, x square whole square, that is a square. This is your b square and this is your plus 2ab. So this can be written as x square plus 3 whole square. If you expand it, you will get the same result. See, this is your square, this is your square. So you take square root of it, this becomes a, this becomes b. And if middle term is plus, so you have to take plus. So a plus b whole square. If you expand it, you will get the same result. Minus. Now we have got difference, so this is the difference. of two squares. So this is your a square, this is your b square, minus sign in between. So you are going to write it like this: a plus b, and then a minus b, like this. This is your a square minus b square, so a plus b, a minus b. So it's not necessary that every time you have to break the last term. You can break any of the term, but this you can get in perfection by doing more and more practice of it. You see one more question. Now in this question, let's see what can be done over here. Now if you see in this question, we will try to break the middle term. Now 14, it's minus 14. Now going closer to perfect square, if it was minus 16, then it would have been a perfect square. So see, what can we do over here? Can we write it like this? Plus 2x square and minus 2x square. This 14x square, we are trying to make it a perfect square. So minus 2x square and plus 2x square, if you cancel, result remains the same. Now you see, this is x raised to power of 4 plus 2x square, and this becomes minus 16. So this is clear, this much. Now if you see, these three taken in one group, this, this and this. If these three taken in one group will give you a perfect square. See. And we are left with minus 16x square. Now if you see this one, this is whole square of this. If you take x square plus 1 whole square, you will get the result. And this can be written as 4x square. So finally we have got it in the form a square minus b square. So this will give you a plus b and then a minus b. So this is how we can do. So you have to just practice it to get the perfection in these types of questions. Because this you will come to learn step by step. As you do more and more practice, you will get into the perfection of doing these questions. But for that you need to practice more and more, then only you will get the perfection. So you can pause and note it down. Now I will give you few questions for your homework, so you can try those questions. These are the few questions which I am giving you for your homework, so you may try these questions. And the next time I will be explaining you factorization using sum of two cubes and difference of two cubes. So till then, you keep in touch with your studies and be safe.